Found out my neighbor changed his Wi-Fi name to 1744. Your wife is cheating on you. 1744 is my house number. At first, I thought it was just a joke or some kind of provocation. But the next day, he came over to talk to me. He said that every morning, right after I left for work, a black Nissan parked a few houses down. The driver would get out, walk around the side of my house, and go in through the back. I wanted to believe it was a lie, but the way he described everything, it was impossible to ignore. Still, when I tried to figure out what was really going on, I realized nothing was what it seemed. The neighbor wasn't just some nosy guy, and my wife's affair was only the beginning of something much bigger. When I first saw the Wi-Fi name, 1744, your wife is cheating on you, I laughed. I thought maybe one of the neighbors was messing around. My house number is 1744, and the guy across the street, Jeff, had a weird sense of humor. He once renamed his Wi-Fi to FBI surveillance van just to freak out the teenagers next door, but this time, it felt different. The name wasn't funny, it felt targeted. That night, I asked my wife, Emily, if she'd noticed anything strange. She looked up from her phone, confused, and said no. Her face didn't change, not even a blink. I wanted to believe her. We'd been married 9 years. I trusted her more than anyone. The next morning, as I was leaving for work, Jeff waved me over. He had that serious look, like someone who'd rehearsed what he was about to say. I need to tell you something, he said quietly. Every morning after you leave, a car parks a few houses down. Black Nissan. Same one every day. The driver walks around your house and goes in through the back gate. I just stared at him. You sure it's my house? Positive, he said. I even took a picture. He showed me a blurry phone photo, but I recognized the backyard fence. My backyard fence. All day at work, I couldn't focus. Every time my phone buzzed, I thought it was going to be a message from Jeff with another photo. I didn't tell Emily. I wanted to see for myself. That night, I left my car down the block and walked home. The house lights were on. Inside, I could hear the faint sound of music. Emily's playlist. I crept to the back fence and waited. At 7:42 p.m., a black Nissan turned onto the street. My heart pounded so hard it hurt. The car slowed near my house, headlights off. A man got out. Tall, dark jacket, baseball cap. He went straight to the gate and slipped inside like he'd done it 100 times. I was frozen. I couldn't move. Then I saw Emily open the door. She didn't look surprised. She didn't even check if anyone was around. She just let him in. I don't remember how long I stood there. My hands were shaking. I thought about walking in, about confronting them both right there, but something about the way she looked at him stopped me. It wasn't what I expected. She looked scared, not guilty, not romantic, scared. That night, I didn't go inside. I drove to a motel on the edge of town and didn't sleep at all. In the morning, I went back home like nothing happened. Emily was making breakfast. She smiled at me and asked if I'd slept well. I said yes, but I noticed something I hadn't seen before. A faint bruise on her wrist, and suddenly I wasn't sure who the real threat was anymore. That bruise on Emily's wrist wouldn't leave my head. It wasn't the kind of mark you get from bumping into something. It looked like someone had grabbed her too hard, fingers still visible. But I didn't say anything. I just watched her move around the kitchen, acting like everything was fine. When she reached for a mug, her sleeve slid up again, and I caught another one, higher up her arm. She noticed me looking and quickly pulled her sleeve down. Everything okay? I asked. Yeah, she said too quickly. Why wouldn't it be? I nodded, pretending to accept it, but my stomach twisted. The way she avoided my eyes, it wasn't guilt anymore. It was fear. That night, I messaged Jeff. That guy, the one in the black Nissan. Did you get his plate? He replied almost immediately. Yeah. I've got a few pictures. Want me to send them? When I opened the photo, I froze. The license plate was partially visible, but the car itself was familiar. Too familiar. I'd seen it once before, parked near my office. It belonged to a man named Ryan Holt. He used to work with Emily. 2 years ago, she mentioned him a few times. He's just a co-worker, she said. Kinda intense, but harmless. Then one day,